going on, everybody? I'm in the back of the Jeep, and this sucks. Let me tell you why this sucks. Because I am sitting basically straight up and down. It's not necessarily the room. I got plenty of headroom. If the seat was scooted back, it might be a little close to my knees. But I'm essentially straight up and down this thing. And I can't imagine driving, 6, 10, 12 hours in something where you're just sitting straight up and down. I mean, it's horrible. So what we're going to be doing today is installing this innovative JK Products rear seat recline for the Jeep JKs. Now this should be a pretty easy install overall, and really the only thing you'll need is a ratchet and an 18mm socket. But I'm going to try to make my life a little easier. So I drug out this big bad daddy, and hopefully it'll help me make short work of taking out all the bolts, because some of these do have Loctite on them and stuff like that, and they're a little hard to get out. So we're going to use this and do our best to get out with that. Now I don't know if I can reach them all with that, but if I can, we can make short work of this. Let me get you off the tripod, show you what all you have to do. Okay, so the first thing you'll need to do is loosen this nut, this bolt, and this nut. So there's 3 back here you need to loosen. You don't really need to take those all the way out, because you just need to be able to lift the seat up. If you want to take them out, that's fine, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to loosen them up real loose, and hopefully that's good enough. Okay, next, there are 4 bolts, one here, one right here, and 2 more over there. And I don't know if you can see back there in the back. Yeah, you can. There's one there. There is 2 right over there. Now that one right there is a seatbelt bolt, and you don't need to do it. There should just be 3 in the back and then 4 across the front. Okay, this should be a really easy install. Inside the box, there is instructions. And then there are these polymer little spacers. Now, there are 3 small ones and 4 large ones, and then you get 4 bolts. So it's pretty easy to figure out which ones go where. There's only 3 bolts you're moving in the back. There's only 3 small ones. Now, there's 3 bolts in the back, 3 small ones. There ain't 3 more bolts. So your 3 bolts go in there. And of course, there's 4 bolts in the front, 4 large ones, 4 bolts. So you will use the new bolts in the front ones. So let's get this thing out and see if we can get this knocked out and make it a little easier to ride in the back of this thing. Big bad daddy. Okay, like I said, hopefully I can just loosen these with this. Hopefully I'll get into them. It did. And it did. Now, I am not going to tighten these back down with this. I'm just wanting to loosen them. This just make my life easier getting them loosened, and my socket fell off. I am going to actually take this up a little bit more. Hopefully that's good enough. Now, it was at an angle, but this still got it, and I didn't strip out any of the heads or anything like that, so we should be good to go. Okay, so now we're going to try to get these out, and I'm going to tell you there's no way I can get that in there to that. So we're going to have to use a ratchet, and this may suck a little bit. I'm actually going to take the extension off of it, so it doesn't try to kick out as bad on me. Maybe I can get more leverage this way. That actually wasn't too bad. I've heard horror stories about people trying to get these bolts out. That one wasn't too bad at all. Believe it or not, they're still almost not loose enough to take out by hand. This one over here is. One down. Two down. Jesus, Pete. Let's do it the other side. Okay, so here's a trick. If you raise your seat up, you can take your seat belt and slide it around the seat and then wrap it around the headrest like so, and it'll hold your seat up so you can get to these back bolts. Those front bolts were horrible. They're not rusted, they're not nothing. They're just tight and long. Sucked. So I'm gonna raise this seat up like I did this one, and then we're gonna take out these 3 bolts in the rear. Not gonna make you watch that. I'm just removing 3 bolts. Okay, so like I said, we have 3 small blocks, 3 holes in the back. So hopefully we can just lift up on this, get the block up underneath it like so, Then put the same bolt you just took out back in it. Now I do want to get this finger started. I will probably just bump it down with this, but not tighten it all the way. But I do want to make sure that it's not cross-threaded before I do that. All right, I want to get that straight right there, like that. And I'm going to go ahead and start the other two before I actually bump it down. All right, and I'm just going to bump this down with this so it don't take me as long to tighten down. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take this and finish tightening these down. Okay, so after you get that all done, you can let your seat back down like so, and do the other side the same way. Okay, now that you have that done, you should still have 4 spacers and 4 bolts, and this is probably pretty self-explanatory. You have 4 legs for them to go under. They will fold up, so just fold them back down. Pull your floor mat out of the way. I probably should have put my floor mat out, but you don't have to take the floor mat out. This just goes to show you. So these little spacers will go up underneath here, like so. And I do want to show you, there's a long side and a short side. The long side goes towards the front. Okay, I have all 4 of them started, so the only thing left to do is just tighten them down. So I am actually going to pull my floor mat back a little bit, see if I can keep it back up this way while I tighten them down so it's not in the way. And this is going to be a long process tightening these all back down, so I'm not going to make you watch this part. Okay, moment of truth. I've not been in it yet. I will say this is a pretty easy install, except for some of them bolts are very hard to get out and you'll wear yourself out. But I've not been in it yet, so let's see how it feels. That's way better. I mean, way better. Everything went back in good. Everything looks good. It's just way better. I'll just say it. You could actually ride a decent amount of distance in this and not get crazy fatigue, because now you're leaned probably back, what, another inch or so. The only thing I got left, I didn't tighten down the back bolts, but that's just tightening them back down. I did just want to see how it felt, so that's not going to make a difference on how it sits, but that is the only thing I got left. So don't forget to do that. I almost did. You do have to tighten down the 3 bolts in the back, and then this is complete. So I do think this is worth doing, especially if you have riders in the back of your Jeep JKU. This is definitely worth it. I'll link the product in the description below if you want to pick one up. Again, do your passengers a favor, install this. It's worth the money. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Okay, semi-pro tip, because I'm not a pro at nothing, but if you scratch that right there and you don't like the way it looks, you can always take a Sharpie or some little touch-up paint or something and go over it like that right there, and then it's nowhere near as bright. I know it still shows up like it's bright on the camera, but it's not to the naked eye. So let me pull you back. Like I said, it still looks bright, but to the naked eye, you really can't even see it. It's pretty amazing, the difference on the camera and on this. And that right there is a shiny spot. Looks like it's silver, and it's not. That's how much the camera shows the glare.